right, we are going to read a love internet dating article together, and the title is about, is internet dating a young person's game? And if you guys think so, then just comment below, or if you think it's literally for everybody, let's talk about that too. But I'll do a little story. I was at the gym the other day, and then we had this attractive guy. He was much older. I would have guessed maybe he was like 54. He was an attractive guy, but he was having some dating issues that he went and told me that he's literally checked out of dating. And it's just like, okay. And it's okay to take a break, people, from dating. Don't feel like you have to constantly date. What for? It's about, life is more like about being happy, like finding things that you enjoy yourself. And if you're going to live a single and solo life, there's nothing wrong with living a single solo life. We all have standards, and we can't expect them to meet it. And at 54, you're not the youngest one on the block, so you have to be getting picked over. Have the common sense there though too. And it's okay that people aren't trying to talk to you because you're older now. That's how it is, and you shouldn't really care. And if anything, I would have suggested for him to talk to somebody at a high school reunion, someone who's around his age, and maybe it's him his standards are too high, because I noticed he told me he was interested in some lady. She was like a doctor. She was a psychiatrist, and the lady seemed to be in her like early 40s. She was 43, young lady, and it's just like, if you're 54, I was kind of able to pinpoint that he was like much older still than her. She can possibly date younger guys or talk guys who are closer to her age. Maybe she feels like she's settling, and that's why she's not really giving you all that you're asking, because, maybe she just wants something else closer in age to herself. But yeah, the man, he was just highly disappointed. And I guess the moral of the story is, if you're like literally like you're headed towards 60, why are you still concerned about dating? Like dating, I'm going to say that, if I'm to be honest, I feel like, yes, it's a young person's game. It's not really something he should be focused on still. And he hasn't found the life happiness that he's looking for if he's still focused on the wrong things in life. And I would say that he's focused on the wrong things, okay? And that if you're supposed to have somebody, you will have somebody. And if you're not supposed to have somebody at that age, then find other things that you enjoy doing. And maybe he should be more focused on his health at this point in time. But, okay, so they said internet dating. Is it a young person's game? Match.com, eHarmony, SeniorPeopleMeet.com, OurTime.com, PerfectMatch.com, Chemistry.com. Even if these names are not familiar, you can probably guess that they are internet program sites to help people find new friends and perhaps romance. Internet matching began in 1995. With Match.com, now there are hundreds of sites. The majority are open to a broad population, with the options to define one's own specific search criteria, such as age, location, interest, and intent. Dating, long-term relationships, and companionship. They said there are sites for specific groups. Christians.com, veggie.date.org, and affluentolderwoman.com, for example. There are sites for people in the LGBT communities and Spanish-speaking dating sites, Asian professionals, and many other categories. So they said most sites can promote companionship and dating, and then they said though some include a search for XX relations. They're trying to say that there's sites literally out there now for everyone, for all the different categories. So they said internet dating services have grown rapidly since 1995. And they're just saying that There's more than 1 million people online. They're trying to say, in fact, there's about 2.5 million people on these dating sites. And yeah, they're trying to say that now 1 in 5 marriages are from dating sites, people. And yeah, they're just like, why do you need to know this? They're trying to say that some say the pace of modern life makes it difficult to find friends. We are working morning till night, they say, and if no one at work seems compatible, then what? The traditional way of meeting friends and potential lovers are still there. Church, work, interest groups such as biking, running, political groups, bars, and coffee shops. But internet matching, they said, shortens the process, many say. I can get acquainted through email exchanges and phone calls, and if there are shared interests, then I can initiate getting together. They make it sound so easy, right? As if everybody has the same schedule and time. And then they said that safety for online dating is a big concern, mostly for women. And they said the first time can be a little scary. That's what this lady, her name is Ruth, and she's 78. Still worried about dating at 78. I think this sounds sad. She used an internet service 4 times over the past 15 years. I'm laughing because... why is she still concerned about dating at 78 years old? This is just out of hand. So people will forever be concerned about dating, even at age 78. Doesn't it sound a little ridiculous? If you guys think it's ridiculous like me, let me know in the comments below. So most of the organizations require that everyone who registers complete a personality test determining their interests, stability, and determine their style. They said, but we can get fooled, admitted one company representative. Members are advised to meet in a public place until each is comfortable. So they're just saying, if you're going to do internet dating, don't give people your home address, carry a cell phone fully charged, depart on your own or by taxi or your own vehicle. Do not invite the new friend to your home until you are confident in their character. Yeah, probably don't invite them to your house. They're right. Perhaps you're thinking, well, maybe internet matching is okay for young people, but I can't imagine people in their 60s and beyond being comfortable. Many elders, however, are already using the internet for communication, banking, and other services. To add a personal matching service does seem strange. So they said there may be, however, some issues for older people. So they said Janet, she's 77 years old and has registered with 2 different sites in the past 10 years. I think she's really concerned about dating, and she's almost 80. This is just crazy, people. Why is she not okay being on her own? And did she have children? If she didn't have children, did she lose all of her friends at her age of 77? So it said the men in my age group, she said, are looking for much younger women. Well, duh. She said those who respond to her profile are much older and often have major health problems. Well, duh. Are they hopeful to find a caretaker? Possibly. She also wonders if men in the older group are put off by a highly educated, successful woman. This sounds crazy at her age group. Okay, so I guess this lady should get off of this site. She says she's not looking for a committed relationship. So what are you looking for? Could this be the reason for her more inclusive response, or is it just, this lady's really sounding crazy. Okay, so the next person, his name is Brian. He's in his mid-60s, and he's dated a few women he met through a free site called Cupid.com, but he did not find a match with anyone who lived in his area. He also found that some of the women were not what was, I guess he's trying to say they didn't look like their pictures, and yeah, I guess these people are getting catfished. So he was dropped by the woman who lived nearby after he admitted during a phone visit that his financial status was in the dumps. He doesn't sound very intelligent. Why would you tell a woman that when you know women care about your finances? Come on now. These people, it would be like a lady just voluntarily telling the guy before he wants to meet up that she's a 2-time divorcee and has 3 kids by 3 different men. I'm trying to say you ruin your own chances, people. You need to learn to keep your mouth shut. So then the next person, the guy's name is Tim. He's 56. He's used a dating site a lot of times. He said he's totally comfortable with the approach and assumes that everyone at least tries internet matching. And he's just saying that it's a difference in the generation, like for people who are using it. He said, but none of his matches have been the one to marry, and he does want to marry. He said, there is no doubt that internet dating is here to stay, and it works. That's what he says. So he said it works for many people. I think getting acquainted through phone and email chats might be helpful for a shy person, but based on the dozen or so older users with whom I've spoken, I'd say the success rate is low. And then he said if he were looking, would he turn to internet site? Probably not. I would more likely identify 2 or 3 age-compatible people nearby and take deliberate steps to get better acquainted. Surely at his age, we are no longer bound by the old rules of who makes the first move. It should be the man that makes the first move. But maybe it changes when you hit 50. Women start making the moves. Who knows? Is that what women are doing? Are women making the moves? Martha enjoys observing and studying the issues of aging, both in her own life and in the life of the community. She welcomes your comments about senior issues. So yeah, that is pretty much what we have for you for the internet dating on if it's a young person's game. People, it's safe to say that internet dating is a young person's game, okay? So don't be fooled, it is a young person's game. And they don't have to try as hard, and you might be trying harder than them, and you still are ending up solo. So don't waste your time out here. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like, share, and subscribe.